All right, welcome back. Hope everyone's having a lovely day, a lovely night wherever you're from. And real quick, before we get started, as always, I want to give a lovely shout out to the channel members on this channel. So thank you so much to these lovely commanders here that you see on screen. Thank you guys so much for your guys' constant generosity and support to me as always. It really means a lot to me, so thank you guys so much. If you guys are actually interested in becoming a lovely commander yourself, if you are interested in any of these cute and lovely emotes, loyalty crown badges, you want a special role in the Discord, make sure to join the Discord. But as always, if you choose to do so, thank you so much. Just remember, that's not the only way that you can support me. Just watching the content like you are right now is truly the best way. Liking, subscribing, and commenting, everything really does help. So thank you guys so much. And for today's video, I had original plans, but last night we had some interesting stuff. If you missed my YouTube post, then you would have not known that we actually got more news in regards to ShiftUp's next game. And I'm gonna be honest, even though it's just an illustration, it looks kind of promising, it looks interesting. So let's get started. Let me scoot over and let's put it on screen right here. And as always, we are at Genki Japan. Genki Japan is a page I follow more for overseas kind of news in regards to the gaming world. And they posted this yesterday and I thought it was so interesting. They said ShiftUp have renamed Project Witches to Project Spirits. Now, if you don't know, Project Witches is going to be the next big game for them. Now, I'm assuming it's a gacha game because we already know Stellar Blade 2 is already in the works. Stellar Blade already came out. So that already seems to be a success. So I have a feeling this is going to be their high-profile gacha game. And if you don't remember, this is going to be mobile, console, and PC. It's still targeted for 2027, so there is no delay. It says right here that it's been renamed to Project Spirits and provided a first look at the characters. New flagship cross-platform title with an Eastern fantasy theme. Top-quality new IP after Stellar Blade and Nikke. And it says right here, ShiftUp are currently hiring artists, planners, and scriptwriters to work on the game. Still targeted for 2027. Someone said, let's hope it's not another gacha game. I have some bad news for you. It kind of does, remind me of Destiny Child, and I'll show you some examples, but it looks promising. The illustration is crazy because I'm gonna be honest, this is like the most fan service we've gotten in like the last 2 years, just in one image. I'm gonna be honest. I want to get a better look at it, and I'm gonna be honest, the girl on the right with the pink and the yellow is my absolute favorite. First off, glasses is already a plus. I love her hair with the flowers and stuff. She looks so good too, and I'm gonna be honest, this looks promising. Now, this is just an illustration. Maybe they could do another bait and switch, but this looks promising. This looks kind of insane, just because the girl on the left right here with the blue and the gold Kipao, I think, has a nipple bump, which is insane, by the way. I'm just saying, insane stuff to have that detail. So, looks pretty good. Very, very reminiscent of Destiny Child, and that's because this is Kim's art style. Now, I won't talk about the whole AI aspect of all this because I'm not going to get into it. Just know that, it's not a surprise if ShiftUp does AI. Now, it's never been proven or said, but they've done workshops where they've tried hiding it, where they showed how they created Red Hood with very intricate prompts, and then they have artists go over the AI, while they also have other original content with artists, but it just saves time. Now, I'm not trying to say, I agree or disagree with it. I'm just letting you guys know the news. If you guys want to know more, check out Sephi's video that he did regarding the AI for ShiftUp. It's not really a surprise, especially with the CEO being so involved in it. It's not a surprise that he also has all his art trained into AI, so he can recreate these kind of characters. And when I'm talking about recreating, I mean literally recreating. His art style is very distinct, and I really do like his style. It really shines through here a lot more. And if you actually go to ShiftUp's page, you see Nikke, but you also see Destiny Child here. If you see some of these characters, especially the main character right here in the front and then the far left, you can tell there is similarities between the art style, the shading, and the face animations that they do. It looks very reminiscent here, and I'm gonna be honest, it still looks really, really good. I actually really like this style, so I'm kind of happy to see it come back. Now, I don't know if that's going to be reflected into the gameplay, but I would be happy if it is because that looks really good. And if none of you really know, but Kim's style is actually reflected back into Nikke. I don't know if you guys realize, but there are some characters that are distinct with that style. It's actually going to be with Ludmilla. If you actually look at Ludmilla, it actually has that style from Kim. If you look at the facial animations, that shading, the way that the lips look, it's very reminiscent of Kim's, and Kim's did the illustration for this, so it's not really a surprise. And then if you also look at Miranda also has that same kind of shading and stuff with the little blush and stuff, especially towards the belly. This is definitely reminiscent of Kim, and he also did the illustration for this. So just wanted to say that's a little fun fact, but for me, I'm really excited for Project Spirits. It's looking pretty promising. I'm excited to see what they do with it. Now, I don't know what the plan is for this because we don't even know anything for a while. I'm sure we're not going to see anything until the later half or midway through next year, seeing that this is targeted for 2027. And depending on the release date, we won't even know for a while. So I wouldn't really stress about it. But I did want to make a video regarding it because it looks really, really good. Looks really promising. And right now, I mean, it's gonna be a while, because if you can literally go apply for a job and then you can see what they have right now. They got monster artists right now, level designers, battle planners, lead content writers, screenwriters, crevice artists, character artists, everything. And same goes for, you know, Nikkei right now, Greater China project manager. So, you know, they're still trying to build that up. They still got Stellar Blade here, right here. Still trying to, you know, design this. So cool stuff. You can see that they are working on this, especially for Project Spirit. I actually do kind of like the name Project Spirit. And I just want to say, I'm very much interested in the Middle Eastern fantasy aspect of all this. This looks very interesting. Now, I feel like it's very going to be like, you know, loosely based on Eastern fantasy, based on how sexual these characters look. But I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I mean, this looks great. This looks awesome. The background could look a little bit like AI mush, but the buildings, you know, it's interesting. It's not just going to be like an apocalyptic, you know, stereotypical like monster kind of thing. So I'm interested to see what they do with that, because Eastern fantasy is definitely an intriguing factor for me outside of these insane looks. Now, if these are the main characters and you get to choose which character, definitely going for the one on the right. I love pink and yellow. It's my favorite. I know some people are going to go for the one on the left. That nipple bump is insane, but hey, you know, it looks really cool. I do want to compliment the little weapons here because there is a lot of design into the sword. It looks really great. The weapons, I'm interested to see what kind of characters you're going to be able to play as, what the combat is going to be. If this is going to be the next big game, this is definitely probably going to be an open world type of gacha game, which I'm skeptical about. So I'm going to be cautiously optimistic about it, because for me, open world gacha games are kind of like an oxymoron. I feel like because you get limited, it's not really an open world, but that's just me. Now, I am interested to see what they do because this is console, mobile, and PC. Just like a few other gacha games out there currently, so I'm interested to see. But that is going to be enough from me. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are on everything regarding Project Spirits, what your thoughts are on the character designs, what you're interested in. Let me know. For me, I'm actually intrigued in it. I'm glad we finally got some first look at it, even if it's just an illustration. I'm still intrigued, so I guess it worked. But that is going to be it from me, so I hope you guys have a lovely day, a lovely night wherever you're from, and as always, thank you so much for the constant support. Take care, and have a good one.